How do you justify spending £1 billion on your free school meals plan, which is in chaos? Now, this is the allegation, Mr. Clegg. You put your fingers in your ears when you were told that your free school meals policy was in chaos. You ignored vital warnings. The plan was, quote, a dumb gimmick.
No, I hear those criticisms. They are complete.
Are they true?
No, they're utter nonsense. I mean,
Did you put your fingers in your ears?
It's complete utter nonsense. Let me just give a little bit of background, because some Conservatives, for reasons that you have to ask them, for some reason now want to argue against a policy which will save hundreds of pounds for many families up and down the country. But can I just finish? It's really important. This has shown to provide health benefits to children and provides better educational outcomes for our children. If the Conservatives want, or parts of the Conservative Party want to argue against that, fine. The reason why I think it is so important is far from it being just sort of invented out of thin blue air. This was something which was piloted back in 2009, so before we even came into power. Then an independent group of people looked into this issue of the quality of and the provision of school meals in our schools, provided it to Michael Gove in the Department for Education. That report, independently, so not my office, not me, said we really should now press ahead with providing more free school meals. So it was a policy which was tested, it was a policy which was researched, and it was a policy, crucially, that was shown to any family listening to this programme who's got a child at infant school where they're presently paying for those lunch costs will be £400 better off. The health benefits are very considerable of eating a healthy meal at lunchtime, but really, really crucially, the pilots which we've done in Durham and Newham, here in London and elsewhere, show that it has a dramatic effect on actually closing the attainment gap in our schools. So I think it's good for education, good for health, and good for people's pockets. That's why we'll press ahead. And by the way, for those who say, I read in the Daily Mail a ludicrous suggestion that the policy was in chaos, when guess what? It hasn't even been implemented yet. It doesn't start till September. Heaven knows how even the Daily Mail can declare that a policy is failing when it hasn't been implemented yet. There will be implementation challenges in some schools, but across the broad, vast majority of 24,000 schools in this country, it will be implemented on time in September, and it'll be a success. How
true is it that Dominic Cummings, who worked with Michael Gove, said they were given just an hour's notice of the policy announcement? Is that true?
Look, I don't know this guy. This guy keeps popping up with all these sort of intemperate views. If he can't get his head round the virtues of this policy, that's his problem.
No, but what about the timing?
Here's the really important thing. Officials in the Department for Education worked on this for a considerable amount of time with David Laws. And I'm not sure if you know David Laws.
I've met him.
I'm sure there are a number of things accusations people might level at David Laws. One thing that no one who knows David Laws suggests about David Laws is that somehow he's slapdash in the way he approaches these things.
But this hour's time prior to announce is simply not true.
I have no idea what this wholly unknown, if highly opinionated character Dominic Cummings knew or didn't know. What I do know is that David Laws worked with officials in the Department for Education, who I want to pay tribute to, who did great work on this, on the back of the pilots that have been going on since 2009, on the back of the individual report which was commissioned by the Department for Education. If this Conservative policy advisor wants to now somehow claim that this was cooked up on a whim, he's perfectly free to do so. He's utterly, totally wrong.